Well, hello, me again. And my name's Leanne. I'm following the Slimming World plan to try to lose weight. I'm trying to be really focused at the minute and make headway. So I've just posted my weigh-in vlog. So if you haven't seen that, you can go and see that video, which is up already. And that tells you how I got on this week. This week I've not been very well. I've been working loads and I didn't have time to write down what I ate in a week, which is something that I would like to do. How do I approach this? So what I've done is I've got like a WhatsApp group where me and a few of the members of my Slimming World group, we all post our meals and what we've eaten. So I've gone back through that, and for a lady called Janet, so Janet, if you are watching this, I hope you enjoy. I've just took 10 minutes to go through the group, pick off what I ate and what I did, and I've written it all down. So this is what I eat in a day, what I eat in a week, to lose weight. So obviously you know how much I've lost if you've seen that video already, and I just thought, right, I'll do a quick upload just catching you up on exactly what I've done this week. Please do take into account everybody's bodies aren't the same. People at different weights need different food, like different calorie intakes. I'm vegetarian, so my food is going to be different to other people's. I don't mind sharing what I'm eating, but I think it's really important to take into consideration that everybody's bodies have different needs, and you can use other people's diaries as inspiration, but you've got to find what works for you. So please don't take this as gospel. I'm not a doctor nor a nutritionist. I don't know what's right or wrong. I mean, I'm open to if you want to give me any feedback on what I'm eating in a week or any ideas. But I am a creature of habit. I am really, especially when I'm busy and when I've not been very well as well this week. So I keep my meals super fast, super easy. I eat cheap, fast, and less mess, if I'm going to be honest. If I can cook something in one frying pan and only have one frying pan to clean, that is basically where I'm at. I haven't got time to create these amazing meals. I don't even enjoy cooking, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna make this diet and this process any more difficult for myself by doing things that I don't enjoy. I think sometimes in the past I have tried too hard to create these complex meals, and as much as they're beautiful, standing in the kitchen for 2 hours cooking, it's just not for me. I get that other people enjoy it, but it's not for me. So again, that may differ with what we eat. People's budgets are different, the availability of food's different. So I will share it with you, but please don't take it as gospel. This isn't like what is right and wrong. But I don't mind sharing them if it helps give you an idea of what I'm eating, and maybe a few ideas for yourself to make your, like, if you are lazy and you don't want to cook loads and you don't want to go and shop loads, I mean, by all means, follow me and these what I eat in a week, because I am all about that. So again, I've been through, this has only just been filled in. I've used the WhatsApp group that we're on to remember what I've ate each week, each day of the week, and I'm just going to run you through that. So my weigh-in is on a Thursday. I don't eat before I get weighed, out of habit really. That is actually ridiculous. It doesn't matter if I eat one week and I don't know why. I think that's just a habit that I really need to break, actually, in retrospect. But I get up in the morning, like I'm saying that, but I don't really eat well like 12 o'clock anyway. So I suppose it's not outside of my norm not to eat before weighing. So maybe I don't need to correct that. I don't know. In my head though, I don't eat because I'm going to get weighed, when in actual fact, I don't eat in the morning anyway. So I don't like eating in the morning. I dislike it. I was forcing myself to eat fruit and yogurt, and then I forced myself to eat 2 boiled eggs before I went to work. I mean, I can do it if forced, but why am I forcing myself to do something that I don't enjoy. I prefer just to eat a bit later on, and I think that's fine. So I got weighed and I had a black coffee at group. I left group and ended up really busy. I went to my mum's. I ended up pinned down by a child that fell asleep on me, and I didn't move, otherwise he'd wake up, and his mum was on a driving lesson. So my lunch was late. So I had tea with milk at my mum's. It is semi-skimmed milk. That's one of my healthy extra A's. And then when the child eventually woke up and his mummy was home, I had a 2-egg wrap with just with salt and pepper on the Slimming World wholemeal wraps, because I really like them and they're a really good size. And that was my healthy extra B. And then in between that and my dinner, I had 2 high five bars. I think they were the fruit and nut ones actually. And that was 6 sins. For dinner on Thursday, I couldn't be arsed. So I had Slimming World mac and cheese, the microwave meals with sweet corn and broccoli. Now I quite like that. That was a beautiful meal. I bulked it up with speed. It used one of my healthy extra A's, but I'd not had that many A's that day. So I finished Thursday on 6 sins. On Friday, I woke up and I drank a ton of water and 2 herbal teas. I was obviously feeling very focused for the week because I avoided having tea with milk, which I'm drinking now actually. I love tea. I'm such a tea belly. So usually my healthy A's go on milk. For my lunch, I had omelette, mushroom, peppers and onions with some corn bites that came to 6 sins, and then I drank water, so I avoided tea again. And then I had for my dinner Slimming World roast mushroom stroganoff and rice, and 2 high five bars, which was a healthy extra B. So I ended Friday on 6 sins. The Slimming World mushroom roast mushroom stroganoff, I've had that a few times now. I've eaten it without cheese, and then I've also used a healthier to mix in some spread cheese. I must admit, it tastes so much nicer with my healthy use of. I have the Cathedral lighter than light spread cheese, putting that in it and mixing it in. When it's cooked, gorgeous. Like, it's so luxurious and creamy. It's beautiful. Like, that at the minute is my favourite Slimming World ready meal. And as you can see, I've had a busy week and most of my meals are easy Bing meals, I call them. Not really how I like to eat, but it's just all part of the process, isn't it? It's what needs to happen. On Saturday, I got up, I had 3 black coffees, water and tea with milk for my healthy A. For lunch, I had tea with milk ×2, a Slimming World wrap that was my healthy extra B, salad and spread cheese, which was my healthy extra A. And then for dinner, I finished the evening with vegetable stir fry with noodles and soya sauce. And then I put in my own spices depending on what I feel like having. Usually salt and pepper, absolutely. Definitely garlic, because I'm definitely not a vampire. I love garlic. Sometimes I'll put like some chilies in it, and it just depends what I fancy. But I ended Saturday with 0 sins. On Sunday in the morning, I had tea with milk for my healthy extra A. Lunch, I had 10 corn cocktail sausages and then a medium skinny latte from Costa. Now, the cocktail sausage were 5 sins and the skinny latte was 5.5 sins. Like, I didn't scan that before I drank that. Not cool. I really would have just had a black coffee. I didn't enjoy it. It was not 5.5 sins, but I had it and there it is. On Sunday, we went out to pick up some boxes from Newark and then ended up walking around the Newark town centre. Nothing was open, not even a restaurant or a cafe, and I was starving and I not took anything with me because the plan was we were going to eat out together, me and Oliver. So that actually fell on its ass, and the only thing I could do was find a co-op with the cocktail sausages in, and then we went to Costa before we went home and I had that, and I was devastated. I had water actually in the car as well to drink. Yeah, was not good, not that planning, but I managed to pull it in and stay on plan. So Sunday evening, I drank tea with milk, which was my second healthy A, and I had veg stir fry noodles and soy sauce and whatever I fancied on it. I ended that on 10.5 sins on Sunday, and all was good. I do generally repeat meals like days after, because I bought the stir fry mix and the noodles on Saturday and I don't have the full packet. So if there's some left, I will generally eat it the day after because I don't want it to go out of date. You can't leave it a couple of days because it just goes watery and off. So I'm not into food waste. I'm just not that way out. So that's why I had stir fry 2 days in a row, and there's loads of speed in there and I really enjoy it. So that's fine. On Monday breakfast, I had tea with milk and used my healthy extra A and then water. For lunch, I had egg salad, which is just a mix of salad, whatever I've got in, whatever I can get hold of. All free, speed. I drank water and then I had 3 teas with milk, which was part of that healthy extra A that I've just mentioned. And then in the evening, I had Slimming World mac and cheese, sweet corn and broccoli again because I really enjoyed it. Shoved loads of extra sweet corn and broccoli in to really bulk it up because I was quite hungry on Monday evening. And it was lovely. Salt, pepper, a few mixed herbs. Oh, it was beautiful. I would also recommend putting in maybe some chili flakes if you like it a bit spicier. Not loads, so it overpowers the cheese sauce. But, oh God, it's just, I love them 2 meals. I've actually been and bought some more today, so they're in the fridge. So I do expect a repeat of that. On Tuesday, I had herbal tea in the morning. For lunch, I had herbal tea and then 3 boiled eggs. On Tuesday, I started to feel a bit unwell, so that's all I had. And then in between, I'd had tea with milk, which I'm classing as like my 2 healthy A's because I drank plenty of that. But then in the evening, I didn't have anything to eat because I was poorly. I literally went to bed. I was shattered. I could not take any more. On Wednesday, I woke up and I was still poorly. I just drank water. I didn't have tea. I took Lily out because I promised that I would, but I'd got this really bad head cold and I just felt dreadful. We ended up driving to Walsall and back. So on the way home, I'd not had anything to eat and I just felt really sicky and poorly. And I thought maybe it's because I'd not had anything to eat for a while and I was busy doing stuff. So I went to Marks and Spencer's and bought their sushi pack, and I got that, a bottle of Diet Coke and a little pot of pineapple. I ate all the sushi. I ate about 2/3 of the pineapple and then I just felt like I was gonna vomit. So that sushi was 2 sins. And then I came home, I went in the bath and I went to bed. I literally was really poorly. I went to bed early. So I ended that day on 2 sins. So like on Thursday, I had 6 sins, Friday 6, Saturday none, Sunday 10.5, Monday none, Tuesday none, Wednesday 2. So that's where I'm at. I haven't written down any exercise. I have actually done some exercise through the week and I can't remember what I've done on what day because I've just not been very well. I've been for 2 jogs, I've used my skipping rope and I've just walked a lot more. Nothing massive and substantial, but it is what it is. That is my week. Like I said, my weighing video from eating this week, I filled this out now. I have actually got another one behind it that is blank. So the aim is to fill this out and hopefully then I can give it to you next Wednesday before I get weighed in as planned. Let me know if that's been useful to you. If you've got any hints or tips on what I'm eating, any feedback, I'm open to it. I'm feeling like I really want to be super focused this week. I'm coming towards my trigger way, if that makes sense, where I get towards a new stone bracket or a new stone award and I tend to self-sabotage, which is quite frustrating. So I'm actively trying to be aware of that and then putting things in place, tools, so I can maybe break that habit and get out of that kind of habit. So I'm hoping that writing it down and trying to stay focused is going to help me achieve that. That is about it. That's what I eat in a week. I've not took loads of photos. It is a little bit boring me reading it off. I will consciously try to take more photos next week so I can maybe add them to this so you can see what I'm eating with your eyes, because this is all very boring for you to watch and listen to. However, I do hope it helps. If you've got any input or any recommendations, I'm all ears. So I will see you soon. Wish me luck for next week, and I hope you're having a great week. Thing.